Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. And today we're checking out something that is wildly special. This is Citystate II, which may just be the most in-depth city builder and, I guess, nation simulator that I have ever played. This is the tutorial sort of world that I've been playing through on, but we're going to be creating a brand new nation to showcase exactly what this game has to offer. Right, so we can, design a nation in a variety of different settings. I mean, I feel like, why don't we do valleys? We'll do valleys. Let's do valleys. Map B, sure. Political culture, yes. We can simulate that. Difficulty, realistic, easy, normal. We're going to go for realistic. New city state. Potatopia. There we go. Potato. Okay, what, Potatopia. Whatever. It doesn't particularly matter. Let's jump into things and see what we've got going on. Now, we're going to open ourselves up a brand new nation. I probably should have turned the tutorial off, but that's fine. We can get to that a little bit later on. Anyway, the first thing that we need to do is get a flag sorted. I mean, we need to have a sufficiently potato-looking flag, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, let's go for orange. Look at that. That looks pretty good to me. I mean, background, we can have, a variety of different things. I mean, I'm not sure how much I love any of these. I mean, that's not too bad. That's pretty kind of cool. It needs to be orange as far as I'm concerned, right? It needs to be orange. Let's get, ooh, that's quite alluring. Oh, that's very alluring. I like that a lot. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna keep it easy. Anyway, I don't know why, but for some reason the game seems to go a little bit fuzzy. But we're gonna turn the tutorial off in just a second because, as ever, I will do my very best to impart onto you exactly what the heck is happening. Right, so we need to choose a starting space. Don't worry, it is fuzzy. I don't know why it happens. We're gonna choose this as our first sort of I don't know, orbitalopia. There we go. You can tell that I'm clearly not not super good at naming things, but I tell you what, though, that flag, I feel like I should go into flag designing as a business. That looks bloomin' great. Anyway, as I was saying, this game simulates absolutely everything in a sort of micro economy. It really is kind of incredible. Right, let's turn the tutorial off as the first port of call. Boom, tutorial off, and let's get cracking. So, this is the first square on that map. Basically, every single sort of square you can play as, and it's kind of absolutely bonkers. The map is absolutely gargantuan. As you can see, we're obviously only simulating one square, and we are going to be able to build a lot of stuff here. I mean, if I was to take a road, for example, you can see that, I mean, this is the size of the road. We're going to get very granular in our city designing. Anyway, we'll get a big old road down in the first instance. We've got a little bit of cash to work with. And if I had to make one critique about the game, it is that things are slightly difficult to see, but I will talk you through all of the different pop-ups and all of the different screens and all of the different information as we go. Right, so we'll get a road down in the first instance, and oh my goodness, it looks so gorgeous. Look at how luscious this road looks. It's almost criminal to, build on this wonderful land. Anyway, we're first at least going to have a little look at the demand screen. Now, the demand screen is a good indicator, much like in City Skylines, actually, of exactly what we should be aiming for. This is a very granular demand screen, and it shows that, yes, there is a lot of demand for low-income housing. There's a little tiny bit of demand for offices, basic manufacturing, and advanced manufacturing, and that is represented over on these three bars over here as well. It's very small, difficult to see, but it's fine. Right, so I know there's a lot of information on the screen, but as I said earlier, I will take everyone around it as we go. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get there. So let's, in the first instance, get ourselves a little bit of residential housing. We'll just get it zoned. I really don't want to end up creating like a super sort of blocky city. but we'll get to that later. Anyway, transit, we're not going to talk about transit for now. We are going to get some water facilities, a water tower in order to get water, and also a diesel generator in order to provide power. That is represented down in the bottom left-hand corner here. Power usage is in the green, water usage is in the green. Now, it's worth noting that most buildings in the game can either be upgraded or toggled into sort of different states. The diesel generator, for example, we've only got one of the 2 diesel generators that we built actually activated, so we can immediately double our production capacity to 2 diesel generators just by toggling that. So that's something worth bearing in mind. Right. So next, we should also unpause, by the way, and let the game sort of do a little bit of building. We're also going to get some of these offices and stuff down. Yeah, retail offices, all that sort of nonsense. We'll get that down. Let's create ourselves create ourselves like a street down here, and we'll maybe zone a little bit of medium density, light density. I mean, it doesn't particularly matter because it will all end up working out. There we go. And you know what? We'll create a little industrial district as well, sort of over here. We've got plenty of money, 15k. We are losing a little bit of money, but I'm not anticipating that we're going to be losing money for too long. Right. So that's gonna be enough of everything, maybe with the exception of houses. Was this light density housing? I think this was low end. I think this was light density, but it doesn't particularly matter. We can get some medium density stuff if we want to try and pack people in a little bit more tightly. Yeah. Either way, these houses can upgrade. Actually, well, technically the low density can't upgrade. They're only on stage 1. But the medium density can. That doesn't particularly matter. The point is that we've got people moving in, we've got businesses moving in, and hopefully we're going to start generating a little bit of money very, very shortly indeed. But certainly, this is like, we're barely even scratching the surface, folks. I mean, these things are going to get crazy. Mark my words. Mark my words. Things are going to get crazy. Right, let's get ourselves like another one of these. Get some medium density housing. Expand it all down here. Expand it all down there. Wonderful. Yeah, we should have plenty of housing now to satisfy a whole bunch of demand. Is it going to be enough? Probably not. You know what? Let's preemptively build a little bit more housing there. Beautiful. There we go. There we go. That's not looking too bad. Okay. Now, this helpful little news information screen up here is going to really help to understand what our problems are. So, for example, not enough migrants or babies to fuel the economy. The country enters a time of stagnation. Yeah, I mean, that is fair. Look at that. Low-income housing. We've got plenty of demand for low-income housing that we're just not filling. We are just not filling. So, you know what? I'll get one more road. One more full road. We don't really. Unemployment rate reaches new high. What are we at? We're at 24%. That is a temporary setback, and we will address that in a second. We've now got the opportunity, by the way, to build the government headquarters, which we will do in just a second, and that is going to enable a huge variety of governance options for us, which is going to be very, very nice indeed. But anyway, right, so we basically satisfied all of the demand for housing, and now it's just a case of getting all of our shops up and running, and hopefully we should be able to get that fixed reasonably soon. Now, unemployment is currently sitting at 23%. That's okay. There's also more information down here, which we'll sort of talk through. Social ladder. Right. This may look complicated, but it's actually not. Social ladder is an indication of if people are getting wealthier or if they are getting poorer. Right. So it's a case of accessing the middle class, accessing the upper class. Are people getting richer? Are people getting poorer? At the moment, they're getting poorer, but that's just because the businesses that are going to supply all of the jobs haven't actually got there yet. I would fully imagine that this number is going to transform and it's going to become positive. I certainly hope so anyway. We've got an approval rating over here. You know, it's politics, except in this game, politics is very, very complicated. We've got left-wing and right-wing voters to sort of to sort of give attention to and keep them in mind. And we can introduce specific policies once we build the government building to appease the left wing or the right wing. It's very interesting. And then we've also got stability over here, which is a general sort of mark of how we're doing, which is great. Which is very, very good indeed. Right, crowded schools. Yes, we need to ensure that we are providing for our residents. And in fact, we don't actually have a single school in place yet. So why don't we get an elementary school? Elementary school right over yonder. Boom. Immediately, we've got a whole bunch of students. Now, if we need extra capacity, then we can either pop the number of teachers to increase the teaching levels, or we can just upgrade the school. Either or. We're going to leave that as is for now. And then, where on earth would I find the government building? It is in government buildings. There we go. Government headquarters unlocks government policies. And that is going to go right over there. Happy, happy days. We can also build a helipad, which is kind of a cool little thing that we can do, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Right, I'm going to leave it locked on day, because I really dislike the day-night cycle. And so we're going to leave that as is. Now, the game is telling me that water production is excessive, but it won't be excessive for long. I guarantee you it won't be excessive for long. Right. Unemployment is now down at a very, very, very respectable 4% or 5%, whatever it is. I think we're in a pretty good place, actually. Social ladder is looking great. And let me tell you that as soon as we get everybody educated in the school, once the school starts to accept a whole bunch of additional pupils, then we should be in a great place. Now, there's a couple of little overlays that we can do to assist. I mean, there's the underground resources overlay, which at the moment is telling me that there are no underground resources, but that's because we haven't prospected for any yet. That's fine. We can also look at land value as a whole. Who would have thunk it? Living next to the government building and next to the school increases your land value. Very, very simple. Land use, you can see at a glance exactly what we're doing with all of our lands. We can check out the birth rate. I don't know what the birth rate is in these buildings. I would imagine that's pretty low. Religiousness, I don't think anyone is particularly religious at the moment. Oh, that's another aspect of the game, actually. We can create a religious community. We can create a socialist commune. I mean, literally, you can create whatever type of city that you actually want. It is incredible. Idle and saddened teachers face empty classrooms. I don't think that's quite the case. I don't think that's quite the case at all. 91 out of 240 teachers, that's not bad. I mean, I don't think that that's necessarily, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Right, special buildings as well. We can research some special buildings, and we will. Terrain tools, yeah, we've already talked about that. I mean, we can build a church, a mosque, a pagoda. We can do all of these things. Definitely want to. What other public services can we build? Well, we can build high schools. We can build libraries. We can build hospitals. We can build fire stations, police stations, and prison. We can also get bigger water pumping stations, bigger diesel generators, solar farms, wind turbines, coal power plants, nuclear power, the whole shebang. We can get it all. And we can also get a whole bunch of transit options as well, which we are not really going to go into in too much detail. But as you can see, cash flow wise, we are in a nice place. We can also have a little look at the stats screen. We can see we are where we are on the Economic Freedom Index. Higher is unregulated, free market economics. Civil Rights Index, higher in tolerant and open societies. There you go. We can see that everyone is part of the lower class at the moment, 100% of our population, and that's through, well, no real fault of our own. It's a brand new city. We can check out the inflation rate, which is cool, and we can also check out the corruption rate. Now, I did talk about policies earlier. This is not the policy screen, but this is the budget screen. We can adjust the taxes on everything. We can print money, but that's going to decrease stability and increase inflation. We can buy dollars, but we can't do that until we get a central bank, or we can sell dollars. It's worth noting, by the way, that our balance sheet, our cash flow analysis situation, I don't know. Anyway, we need to take into account the national contribution. Now, this is money that is sent to the national treasury, which I'm just designing the city at the moment, but when we design the nation, that's where the national money goes. Anyway, is that we're making plenty of money anyway at the moment, which is great. Education, water, and energy is where all of our cash is being spent on, but that's fine. Yeah, kind of to be anticipated, but we need more housing, and we need more office space as well. We got quite a lot of office space over here. Commercial vacant lot. I mean, look, we can get more office space if anyone wants to open up some more businesses. That's entirely possible to do, but apparently nobody wants to do that at the moment. Yeah, as you can see, the reason that nobody wants to do that is because they're not going to get any workers, and they're not going to get any workers because there's no place for the workers to live. Anyway, this is all just getting towards the legislation screen. This is kind of nuts. This is kind of nuts. We can introduce legislation on pretty much any topic that we want. We can't introduce legislation on student loans yet, I believe, because we don't have a university, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Healthcare insurance. How do we want to treat healthcare insurance, right? Like, how do we want to deal with this? It's gonna upset business owners. It's gonna affect approval from my voters. I mean, for example, we have universal healthcare. The left love it, the right not so much. Same with the businesses. Businesses don't really like it. It also improves the social ladder, decreases the social ladder, civil rights, economic freedom, changes the whole shebang. It really, really does. Affects health, affects education, affects birth rates. I mean, honestly, this is crazy. I feel like a compulsory public-private funded plan is probably the best of both worlds, where everything ends up working out and it's also cheaper. So, you know what, let's do that. I don't want to commit to a certain specific type of society yet, but there you go. Right, we have reached basically full employment, and I think the time has come that we think about opening up some brand new houses. There's pretty much no reason not to do this. There we go. Yep. Excellent. Happy days. Wonderful. And people are going to move in pretty lickety split if I had to guess. That's looking very, very nice indeed. Now, what else can we build? We've built commercial zones. That's fine. We haven't really built any parks yet. I tell you what, we could get a nice little plaza down here. Doesn't really feel like an appropriate time to do it. Although, is there ever really an appropriate time to get a plaza? Not really. There we go. Okay, we've got a nice little plaza. Inflation is continuing to rise. Advanced manufacturing crumbles. Well, we don't have advanced manufacturing. Also, look at this. We have finally got to the end of our tether, and we don't have enough power. What are we gonna do? Boom. Turn the second generator on, and suddenly, what do you know? We're in a great position. That is truly wonderful and truly excellent. I really love that as a feature. It's really, really great. Okay. Right, so an unemployment rate of 7% is pretty healthy. I do want to increase the social ladder a little bit. So let's think about what we can do. Education is a little bit of a problem, apparently, when accessing the middle class, and also inflation. Yeah, we've got a little bit of an expansionist policy on at the moment. We might want to decrease some taxes, although that may end up messing up inflation even more. But it doesn't particularly bother me. Religious leaders request a gathering place. Sure. You know what? Should we get a church? Let's get a church, a mosque, and a pagoda. Actually, can I afford all of them? I can't really afford all of them. Right. Well, I built a church. Let's see what happens here. Now, because we've introduced a church, I suspect that the community is going to become a little bit more conservative, which means that they may indeed value economic freedom slightly more highly. Now, we can also build public housing units, small state-owned factory, medium state-owned factory, public market. That's interesting. We really need to get a handle on this whole inflation situation, eh? Not enough migrants or babies to fuel the economy. The country enters times of stagnation. Yeah, kind of to be anticipated. Now, there is something that we can do in order to get more people into our country. It's very, very simple, and I'm looking for it right now, but I'm struggling to find it. It's an airport. What do we need in order to get an airport? Because you build it as part of the tutorial, and it's pretty darned useful. It's there. It's right there. Okay. It's in roads. I don't think that there is a pollution sort of issue with the airports, but I might be wrong, so therefore let's build it over here. Now, we'll get that down, and this is going to allow us to, first of all, to have passengers coming in and out of the country. Already, you can see, jumped to 82 passengers. I am, like, bang out of money, though. Should we reduce the number of international connections that we have? Let's reduce that. Capacity 75. Yeah, I need to kind of cut back on my my expenses here. Hopefully that doesn't end up absolutely bankrupting me. Yeah, because we are in a little bit of a pickly financial position. Let's increase the tax rate. So that's going to reduce stability. You can kind of understand exactly why people are upset that their taxes are going up. Inflation at the moment is not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Do we want to print 10,000 bucks? I don't really want to do that. We do need to build an immigration office, and that is a special building that I believe we've just got access to. Yeah, wonderful. At least 75,000 national population and 12 active policies to get a central bank. Yeah, so there's a couple of different sort of like milestones for us. Hold on. Foreign businessman offers to build an immigration office. I mean, that would be super sweet if they did. I would love it. I would love it if they decided to build it for me. But alas, I don't think they're going to. Right, let's go into 3 times speed because we need a little bit more money in order to build an immigration office. Monthly cost is still 350. 50 extra bucks. 50 extra bucks to increase the capacity by 2. Yeah, that sounds fine. I think what we need to do is we need to get a little bit more. We need to get a little bit more road before we get the immigration office. Yeah, so I know this may take our finances up to yeah, this may take our finances right up to the edge, but I'm hoping that it's actually going to give us a little bit more population whilst we wait for immigration to get there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is looking great. Okay, our income is in a really, really nice place. Stability has recovered. Stability is recovered in part by having the government headquarters. Also, we can actually increase the number of fictitious jobs in the government headquarters in order to fulfill, in order to just get unemployment down. Also, water usage is frightfully high up. Now, we can't upgrade the water pumping station. We're going to have to nab ourselves a second water pumping tower. Easy enough to deal with. Very, very simple fix. Bada bim, bada boom. Right, let's get ourselves a department for immigration, and let's put it across the road from the airport. Sure. Now, this is going to give us the opportunity to, that's right, to set border control. It's just that simple. So we can choose who we want to bring in, from what countries, what they believe in, what people are bothered about, where they're coming from. It's mad. It's really, really crazy. Anyway, total monthly arrivals, 82 from least developed countries. Most of the people that are coming in are going to be in the lower income category. That's just fine. That's okay. I mean, that's what we're looking for at the moment. I think this is a fine balance. I mean, we can kind of adjust things if we want to, so to change the border policy around to bring more people in. I don't think that we want to go too crazy. I mean, immigration is very, very important, but we don't want to end up bringing like an incredibly large number of people in and them not having anywhere to live. Now, bear in mind, some of these houses will end up upgrading requirements. So there's a few land value requirements in order to progress to the next level, but that's fine. Let's, what am I looking for? Road, yep. Yep, beautiful. Beautiful. And what do you know? Immediately building. We are in a really, really, really nice place. Also, insufficient power. Yep, that's a bit of a bummer. Solar farm. It's going to cost me 9 grand. You know what? Let's continue to burn fossil fuels for at least the time being. And let's also immediately bump that diesel generator up to level 2. Right. Not enough migrants or babies to fuel the economy. I mean, we could encourage our local birth rate. That is definitely something that we could do. But to be honest, I think we just want to boost this. Yeah, there we go. Boost the number of arrivals that we've got coming in. Inflation is continuing to rise. Advanced manufacturing crumbles. The middle class suffers. We are starting to get a couple of middle class people, by the way. We're also starting to see a couple of these houses increase. You can store 30 people now, or there's 30 people living here, I should say, paying a lot of tax, lots and lots of Lots and lots of good stuff happening here. What's the land value looking like? It's looking not too shabby. I mean, at the center of it all is the government. The plaza is just, like, absolutely making everyone go crazy. I think I want to demolish... I think I want to demolish the, I think I want to demolish this housing here. The reason that I want to do that is that I want to get some medium density stuff in here. This is kind of like really, really valuable real estate, and we need to be, you know, we need to be allowing for some upgrades. Yeah, right. What's our population looking like? Population is at 4,150. Income inequality, birth rate is 3.3%. Corruption, quality of life. Yeah, we need to do better on it on the education front. How are we doing? Oh, yeah, not good at all. Let's crank the number of teachers. Let's crank the number of people in the elementary school. Keep on increasing this. And if we can get a high school as well, then that would be great. We are making a decent chunk of change right now, so capacity is 650. Monthly cost is a lot. $400 bucks. It's like half my income. Right. Okay, the high school is immediately being used by people. That's great. So, does that affect the social ladder at all? I think it will. I think it will. I hope it will. Let's also see if we can try and go into the policies. I mean, unemployment. What do we want to do with unemployment? We want to improve the social ladder. 12 months, 75% of income. 24 months fixed universal allowance. I feel like 3 months, 50% of income is not bad. What is the policy at the moment? I don't think that we have a policy at the moment. Sure, let's enact this. This is going to be, it's going to be helpful. Not overly helpful for the social ladder, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Right, everyone is commuting, by the way, on in cars at the moment. Traffic congestion's at 28%. I think we're okay with that. I think we're okay with that at the moment. Population is growing. I think we need more houses. We definitely need more houses. This is good. I think we're going to try and increase yet again. We're fine for retail at the moment. We could actually do with a little bit of additional retail. Medium density retail, sure. Get that cranked up and get some industrial as well. Oh, we got a plane that's just chilling. Nice. Good to see. Investors eager to build new factories but discouraged by lack of land. Yep, we're going to fix that. We are absolutely going to fix that. Right, what else have we got on? Researching special buildings, government headquarters, we've already got that. Stage 1 out of 5. Department of Immigration, we've got 25,000 national population. 3 enacted policies for the Department of Commerce. That is fine. That is fine. Right, let's just work on getting more population, to be honest. Again, I really don't want to create, like, crazy, like, blocky cities, but for now, it's going to have to do. For now, it's going to have to do. Right, that's going to be an incredibly large amount. An incredibly large amount of extra housing there. So that's going to be really, really helpful. Right. I'm not super sure about the fact that we've got a nasty junction right in the center of town here. But there is not very much that we can do about that. The commutes are going to be quite long. Yeah. Airport has insufficient international connections. Not everyone can arrive. Let's get a third international connection sorted. And that should arrive. That should allow 121 immigrants are expected to arrive this week. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. That is quite a lot. But everything is looking good as far as I'm concerned. Doesn't look too shabby. Have a little look at the stats screen. Education, this is good. Okay, this is fine. Inflation is still really bit of a kicker, isn't it, to be honest? The economy. How's the economy doing? Total growth bonus, 4%. Basic manufacturing. Yeah, we don't actually have advanced manufacturing at the moment. That is a thing that we need to bear in mind. We don't actually have advanced manufacturing. Oh, no, tell a lie. We do have some advanced manufacturing, which just must have developed because it's not very much. So we can't really complain about that too much. UN estimates the education index 35%. I mean, I suspect that that is not very good. So we probably want to try and get a slightly better education index. What else? Library? Is that gonna make a difference? Could get a hospital, by the way. Fire station, that's also another consideration. Let's get a fire station, sure. Get a police station up here. Have a little look. Police station, assigned 42. I'm surprised that people haven't actually bothered about... Does that make a difference? Wow, okay, we need to upgrade immediately. Let's upgrade it immediately then. Sure. That's fine. I'm happy for it to be upgraded, and capacity is pretty much maxed out. Yeah, okay, so that's good. That's probably going to have some sort of a positive impact on the city. I really hope it does, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble spending a lot of money. I'm going to reduce the number of policemen, as it looks like everyone is pretty happy with the fact that I'm in charge. Approval is looking good. It's looking not terrible. Yeah, inequality is a bit of a bugbear. A larger middle class usually means less income inequalities. Yeah, I know. I'm working on the middle class at the moment. It's important. Right. Airport has insufficient international connections. I could get an upgrade here, but that would pretty much wipe me out. Now, tax-wise, how are we doing? I mean, not bad. Not bad. Not bad tax-wise. Could be better. Could be better. I mean, retail is okay with me at the moment. I mean, I don't really want to change taxes. I really don't. I really don't. I know inflation is in a bad place, but... I mean, I feel like until we get the central bank online, there's probably very little that we can do about that. Growth rate to reach 18%. That's good, I think. That's a good place to be. That's a good place to be. We need a little bit more office space. We're getting a little bit more office space. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, everything is looking great. Let's have a little look at land value. Land value around this sort of central area seems to be fine. Is that advanced manufacturing? Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of advanced manufacturing. Lovely to see. It's a little bit worrying that none of the land value around any of the houses is increasing. I guess that's kind of to be anticipated, because we don't really have anything that would allow people to, you know, be happy about living here. I wonder... Right. Insufficient water production. Yeah, pause. Let's go and fix that. This is going to be my little industrial area over here, as I think I alluded to earlier. Anyway, I think I've got 10,000 bucks in the bank. Let's maybe take this as an opportunity to get... Take this as an opportunity to get a nice sort of... Yeah, nice parkway over here. Yep, we're going to go all the way over here. Delete this. Delete that. Right in there. Okay, now this is probably not going to be large enough, but it's fine. Let's not get... I mean, I don't think that we need to really worry about super fancy streets or anything like that, but I would kind of like this big street at the end to look at least somewhat nice. Right. So this can all be filled in with extra houses. We'll obviously do that in just a sec. There we go. Nice. Excellent. We still haven't even placed any high-density houses yet, have we? No. Okay, good. Nice. No reason not to fill this in here. Am I okay for water now? Yeah, I'm okay for water now. I fixed the water situation. It's good. 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 Nice. Okay. Right. So, 163 immigrants are expected to arrive this week. Excellent. That's good news. That is very, very good news. Right. Should we get some parks? Should we get some parks or should we get some leisure activities here? Hopefully drive some land value increases. Can't really see the edge of the... There we go. Power consumption production's a little low. That's unfortunate. I really actually cannot see the edge of the... There we go. Cannot see what I'm building. Right, 2 parks. Maybe that'll work. What did I say about power? Solar farm. I really don't care about the solar farm at the moment. Crank this up by 2. Beautiful. Happy days. Right. Keep on building. And let's see. Land value. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. So that is... It's definitely going to make a difference, especially when it updates properly. Should be fine. Should be nice. What about some leisure activities? A marina, Ferris wheel on pier. Now that is an appealing prospect. That is a very, very appealing prospect. I mean, it's a bit far away though. Let's just get some tennis courts. Tennis courts, you know, some I mean, it is kind of a beachfront. It is kind of a luxury beachfront area. It does look very, very luxurious, actually. Okay, maybe that'll drive up the land value a little bit. I sure as heck hope that it will. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And as it continues to update, it should change. Right, what are we at? We're at 8,500. I feel like this is a good rate of growth. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too ridiculous. Airport is an insufficient number of international connections. You know what? Sure. Let's get an upgrade. Holy cow, this looks incredible. Monthly cost has absolutely ballooned, but the upshot is that we should have plenty of space. Plenty of space to get people along. Right, how's the social ladder looking? Social ladder is looking not too bad. Look at this. For the first time in a long time, we've got growth in the middle class. That means that we should have people transitioning from lower class to middle class without the assistance of immigration. So part of the good thing, actually, is that we can bring people into the country that are already at the middle class level if we want to expand our middle class, which I'm not, you know, it's a goal, but it's not terrible. Right. How do we do this? Mandatory entrepreneurship class in high schools. Mandatory entrepreneurship for all young adults. Set up community workshops for minorities. I mean, everyone loves this. Everyone loves this. Let's do it. Sure, let's absolutely do it. Pensions. What about pensions? Let's not worry about pensions too much at the moment. Right, city's development is disrupted by water production. Right, water pumping station. Now, how much is this? 2,500 bucks. I presume it pumps more water than a regular water thingy. Let's go. There we go. Okay, wow, that's crazy. It does cost an absolute arm and a leg, but hey-ho. Crowded schools. Who's asking for extra capacity? Let's get that upgraded. Yep, and upgraded again, apparently. Wow, the elementary school really, really needed an extra boost. And also, the high school needs an extra boost. So, here's the thing. Yeah, that was an expensive upgrade. Yeah, city is running out of cash. Some service buildings can be closed and taxes can be increased. A bankruptcy would bring chaos and poverty. Yeah, let's, there was a bit of a... check my budget. Check my budget. We're spending a little too much on education. We're spending a little too much on education. Right. National Treasury, unfortunately, is going to have to fund us for a little bit. That's going to reduce... There we go. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that's fine. The nation is just going to have to... It's just going to have to suck it up and start paying for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, not too much. Just a little bit. Looming bankruptcy, that's nonsense. I've never heard so much nonsense in all my life. Right. Let's get some more beachfront properties established here. Whoa, that was nasty. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. You know what? Just spend. Just spend. How bad can it be? Besides, all of these people are going to get us more money. There we go. Build more housing lots. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. City income is insufficient. The situation will rapidly deteriorate if nothing is done. It's okay. Something has been done. And that something is gonna yield us a huge amount of cash. It's really good. It's really good. Okay. Water pumps. Yeah, we really should maybe close this. You know what? Close it, and I'm just going to build... I'm going to build another water tower instead. I know it's going to put us... Yeah, we're at 113% of capacity, but the upshot is that we're not going to have enough water, but we're going to be able to get enough water if we just build another one of these. And that'll keep us going for at least a little while, and then we're going to be able to take the pumping station back on. It still is a monthly cost, but it's like nothing in comparison. Okay. Oh, look at this. The country's been stable for several years. Wealth and growth lie ahead. That's darned good. That is darned good. And in fact, you know what else is darned good? We're going to get even more... There we go. Even more housing over there. Now, how's this in terms of a place to live? It's not looking bad. Land value is 96 per square meter. What about over here? 16? 256. Wow, that's 16 per square meter, and then here is 256. Wow, that's crazy. Right, have we got all of our generators cranked up to max? Yeah, we do. We're going to need to get yet another diesel generator here, though. Not much that I can do about that, and we're going to crank that one as well. Make sure that it's maxed out. Okay, we need to get some better power sources. Absolutely, categorically need to do that. Students, we are teaching a lot of students right now. The high school, to be fair, we can probably cut back on that a little bit. Capacity may decrease just a smidgeroony. Improve the service quality, but not its capacity. Okay, well, in this case, I guess we're not overly bothered about... Well, actually, we do want to continue to crank that. Also, I need to make sure that we continue to pay into our national fund. Yeah, National Treasury is sitting at... National Treasury is sitting at a pretty paltry 25,000. So let's start getting back to our contributions. There we go. A contribution of 1% to me seems like a pretty decent amount. Plus, we're still able to actually maintain a little bit of growth. Right. Unemployment rate of 8%. I think we're going to need to get some more manufacturing. Definitely more something. Right. Traffic congestion as well is something that I am deeply worried about. Yeah, okay. Let's get this in here. Insufficient water production. I know, video game. Yet another water tower. Okay, we can only get so many water towers before things decided to kind of spiral out of control. Right. 500 bucks worth of that. Let's also get... Yep, down here. Again, I feel like this is a temporary sort of situation. Famous last words, I know. Okay, that's good. Right, we fine for water and power now? We are. We're fine on both accounts. Brilliant. Right, traffic congestion. Where's the traffic congestion screen? It's one of these. I can never remember which one. There's just so many bloody screens. Special buildings, legislation, stats. Here we go. Population. Traffic congestion is at 53%. Right. That's going to start to get bad. That's going to start to get bad. Inflation still really, really sucks. I think we probably want to try and look at taxes as well. Maybe see if we can try and increase, increase the social ladder speed by, by dropping taxes a little bit. Bus stops and train stations and whatnot. Yeah, that is an option for how we go about trying to fix things. Economists expect the city's GDP growth to reach 0%. Well, that's not great. I think we got to cut taxes. We got to try and encourage a little bit of growth. The good news is that we've got our education. Going. That's nice. We can boost the high school now. To be fair, for like 150 bucks, increasing the quality of the teaching. I don't know what the quality of the teaching actually is, but it should be. Yeah, it's enough to raise the social ladder by just a little bit, which is I feel like a nice little objective. An 8% unemployment rate is a little bit high. Looks like we maybe need a little bit more industry. There is a bit of demand for basic manufacturing. We'll sort of see what it levels out at. The other thing that we need to think about is pensions. We're up at 14,000 population, by the way. Little bit of high-density housing, maybe, to try and massively increase that. Also, it says that hospitals are overflowing. Okay, we'll deal with that. Anyway, what are we going to do about pensions? State-funded, income-based annuity. I feel like that's okay. Social ladder is good. It's gonna cost me an absolute arm and a leg. But not that much, to be fair. State-funded universal annuity. Optional and private. You know what? I think we're gonna go for this. I'm really not that bothered about where my policies kind of go. I'm just trying to get people up the social ladder. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Policies, that should be increased, which is great. Power consumption. Am I gonna start, you know, taking these power consumption issues seriously? Let's do it. Solar panels. How much does that give? Production 200? Okay, that was a waste of time. An absolute waste of time. And it cost me an absolute arm and a leg as well. Right, let's turn this back on. Right. Pumps used 1 out of 4. Beautiful. This is a much more effective way of producing. How much does this produce? Production 900. This produces 10,000. Okay, you know what? We'll leave it on. We're very, very fine. We're very, very fine for water, but we should maybe demolish a couple of these. Yeah, okay, 47% capacity. Yeah, we maybe jumped towards that pump a little bit too early, but that's okay. Right, what's our next special building? Let me have a look here. Right, 3 enacted policies, we've hit that. We just need to hit the national populace. Okay. Yeah, we're looking for a little bit more demand before we jump into things. We just need more people coming in, to be honest. I think we're gonna increase the number of people that we're taking. Let's try and get more people coming in. Just take everyone. Honestly, I mean, this is gonna make our population grow like absolute gangbusters, but it's gonna be worth it. Income inequality is at a critical level. Is it really? I thought I was pretty chill about the whole situation, but there we go. I didn't realize that it was that bad. It's come down. It's come down. Hospitals are being overwhelmed with patients. Do we even have a hospital, to be honest? I'm not even sure that we do have a hospital. I don't think I actually built a hospital. Okay, well, let's get our first hospital. Okay, it jumped immediately to 2,000. That's fine. Do we want to increase the capacity to physicians? Improve the quality of the service? You know what? Let's crank that, and let's get an upgrade. Yeah. Man, these upgrades really, they bite. They bite. Okay, so that's just got what? We don't have a university. We don't have access to a university. Let's stick a library up here. That's probably going to do something for the education up there. And prison monthly cost is 5,500. I have no idea. Also, we're out of power yet again. Is there a coal power plant? I mean, yeah, this has got to be. What's the monthly cost? What's the monthly cost, video game? Tell me. Monthly cost is 900 bucks. Let's do it. Okay. Production is 4,000. Oh, we could also bumped up that diesel generator. That's fine. Okay. This is okay. Congested roads reduce the land value of nearby buildings and increase pollution. Gravel roads are street of lower capacity. Yeah, bus stops or subway systems might be required for bigger cities. Yeah, I get it. Is there a traffic congestion overlay? There is a traffic overlay. I mean, this is kind of exactly as I anticipated. It's not exactly ideal. The center of town is problematic. Now, here's the thing. Are we going to be able to increase? Yeah, I don't think so. This is the problem that we will run into when. Yeah. Can we build? We can build a highway. We can build a highway. City's exceptional healthcare system is convincing new families to settle in. Darn straight. I'm paying through the teeth for it. And in fact, we're going to get an upgrade right now. I don't know what the monthly cost was, but I think that we are now no longer making very much money. Right. And also the airport needs to be upgraded. Well, that's not happening for a little while. Okay. Ladder inequality. Yes, I get it. Let's reduce taxes. Let's reduce taxes. It's finally time to do it. Right. Tax rate, let's reduce it. Right. Let's leave it on play so that we can see roughly the impact. Okay, that's fine. So that should have a positive effect. I hope. We'll see. Right, congested roads. Yep, I know. Keep up with growing national population. The seat of government has been enlarged to accommodate new lawmakers. New policies can be enacted. Hey, hey, look at that. Okay, what policies can we enact? They seem to be good, to be honest, on the whole, and very, very useful. Private schools. Allow private schools and universities only. I mean, what is the... Do we have a policy at the moment? I don't think we have a policy at the moment. I think if this is the policy, then... No, yeah, we just do not have a policy at the moment. Right. So, we are obviously trying to get the social ladder on the increase. Private schools are banned. I feel like I don't want to do anything that's going to upset anyone. Yeah. Alcohol and tobacco, 25% tax. No tax? No tax it is. No tax it is. I can change it. Luxury vehicles only on all vehicles. On the more polluting vehicles only, sure. It's going to reduce pollution somewhat, but it's going to decrease the social ladder. You know what? Let's not have anything at the moment. Sure. Keep people happy. Keep people happy, and let's try and not upset other people. Right, we're about to hit our next population milestone. 25,000. We're seeing some of these level 3 buildings get established. That's good. We're seeing 10% of our population is now in the middle class. That's wonderful. That is great. That is great. Inflation is continuing to rise. Advanced manufacturing crumbles. Blah, 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 blah. Speaking of advanced manufacturing, hold up. What do we got? Education on the overview. This is looking good. Education is not bad in some of these houses. I mean, it's sort of 50 all over the city. That's not too bad. What is this? Security? Security's at like 66. That's okay, too. Police station. Let's actually get the police station upgraded. And we'll increase the quality of the police as well a little bit. Sure. Let's just max everything out. Fire station. Fire station is upgraded to the max already. So nothing that we can really do about that. Yeah, wow. A single elementary school is no longer large enough. I'd say what we'll do... Ooh, we can build the Department of Commerce. Well, I will build that, but first I'm going to do what I need to do and make sure that the kids have got plenty of education. Right, crank that up and upgrade that as well. That's going to cost me something, but it'll be fine. Brilliant. Okay, Department of Commerce. Let's get it built. We can build it not from this screen, but from this one up here. Department of Commerce unlocks my economy. That's good. What's the issue here? Oh, there we go. Cool. Right. Also, holy cow, this airport needs a boost. Right. The economy screen. Holy cow, we got some more stuff. Right. Tariffs on imported goods. Manufacturing hated, but everybody else likes tariffs. High tariffs. It's actually going to get me a lot of money, which is good. Low tariffs seem... High tariffs, it's going to lower economic freedom. Am I really that bothered about it? It's going to increase corruption, and retail's not going to like it. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go for some medium tariffs. Finance, control risky financial products. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer, right? Well, let's do it. Starting a business, 3-day simple verification process. Declaration form only. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Declaration form only. It's going to increase pollution, but that doesn't seem like a good thing at all. Subsidized research. Can only be conducted by the government. I feel like I really don't care about that. I'm building a very centrist society, I realize. Subsidized research. I feel like subsidizing research is a good thing. Copyright and patents. Do not enforce copyright. Enforce except for... Okay, sure, whatever. Retail regulation prosecutes informal and unlicensed vendors. Sure. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to faff around with any other policies there. That's fine. The city's exceptional healthcare system is convincing new families to settle in. Good. I'm delighted. I am delighted. Let's have a little look at the land value, shall we? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Holy cow. That's looking seriously good. I think we can actually afford to reduce taxes. I mean, look at the last time that we checked, there's been a 2% increase in middle-class people coming in. That is absolutely brilliant. That's really, really good. We want to make sure that our unemployment rate doesn't get too crazily high. That is a bit of a concern. And I tell you what, before we go any further, let's make sure, let's get some high density. Sure. High density buildings, high density industry right over here. That's going to be very, very handy. And traffic jams, yeah, I know. Sure. Oh, we can also get some mixed use zones as well. That's cool. Right, so some high density stuff in here. We'll work on this, work on this, work on that. That's nice. Inflation is still stubbornly at 3.8%, but our population is now hitting 30,000, which is pretty darn good. It looks like we've not even fixed the demand for basic manufacturing yet. Housing, I mean, most of the growth that we've done recently through housing, look at that, four stages. We've done a heck of a lot. I mean, the land value here is crazy. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, so most of the growth that we've had has just been, like, you know, more people living in the same houses. I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. High income housing right next to low income housing, that is great. I mean, it's really, really good. We can also crank this up. There we go. Get the coal power plant. Boom, move it up. Traffic jams. Yeah, I know. I really feel like I do need a mass transit system, but I'm also kind of like, am I that bothered? Am I that bothered? Am I that bothered? I probably should be, but I feel like I'm not. Given that we're coming towards the end of the episode, I think we're just going to have to suffer. And we're just going to have to suffer. We're just going to have to suffer through. Can I just add bus stops? Will that, There we go. Yeah, just add some bus stops over here. I don't know if the buses automatically run. I guess we'll find out in a second, if we see any buses on the road. There we go. Okay. Water production is insufficient. Yeah, we can crank this again. There we go. Beautiful. Traffic jams are still continuing. Where is the traffic jam? Where's the traffic jam page? It's one of these ones. Traffic congestion is at 144%. Holy cow. That is kind of bonkers. That's kind of bonkers. But yeah, I have no idea if the buses are actually running at the moment. Getting an underground station. Yeah, build the underground track first. This to me seems like the best way to go about fixing our problem. But then again, who knows? Right, should we get some mixed zone, high density mixed use zoning? Yeah, let's get some of that over here. Just a little bit. We'll leave space for another road, and we'll see if this works. Right, there is actually demand. In fact, there's a lot of demand for middle income housing and high income housing. In fact, there's a lot of demand for a lot of stuff happening at the moment. We are in a pretty darn good spot. Approval rating is at 49%, but I don't think that you can hold that against me, right? Stability is only at 62. Why is that the case? I feel like it should be a little higher than that, but that's okay. Right. We're also going to build the helipad because, heck yeah, we need to build the helipad. because the helipad, believe it or not, is pretty darn important. Costs us absolutely nothing, but it does allow us to go into the state copter mode. How on earth we control this, I have absolutely no idea. Also, let's reduce the volume on this before we see if that makes a difference. Right. Sure, whatever. Just give it a shot. Right, take off. Take off. It's a little bleeding loud, but it's fine. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. No, it's still loud. It's still loud, even though we've turned off all of the volume. Okay, well, that's very annoying. Anyway, now there's no volume. But the good news is that, ladies and gents, we're gonna wrap this up right about now. Thank you ever so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Citystate II. Holy cow, this game's got everything. This game has got everything. It is bonkers. It is bonkers. We've barely even explored the surface. Look at this. Look at the number of special buildings that you can get. Look at what you can do. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get cool. And it's all mad. It's all mad. It's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. I'm really enjoying it, and you can, as I say, you can build whatever you want to build. You want to build a socialist utopia? You want to build an authoritarian dictatorship? Sure, you can do it. But anyway, ladies and gents, that's it for now. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. It's been Citystate II. Check out the Patreon if you want to help make videos like this possible. I'll see you next time. Bye.